So we first talked about this 2018, yeah.
I think.
It's been a road.
I think it was 2018, yeah.
I think it probably was, yeah.
Yeah. And
Nearly happened twice.
We were heading towards 2020, and I can't even remember when in 2020.
Yeah.
Can you?
It's all a mystery now.
And then we were going to do it again in 2021. First time was at the Playhouse. Second time was at the Harold Pinter, and then finally we pulled it together for now.
Yeah, and we were all set to go. I'd been learning the trombone, and then lockdown happened, and I continued to play the trombone, and caused a huge argument with my neighbours, unsurprisingly. And then COVID ruined us, and now we're back. Yeah, very pleased to.
And I'm quite grateful because I wouldn't have got to do it back in 2019, so I'm glad to be part of it this time round. Thank you.
Why is it called Good, Dominic?
Thanks. It's called Good because it's about someone who most people would consider a good person responding to the rise of the Nazis and the compromise that person makes. And so it's sort of about what does being a good person involve? What is that? So that's the basic. Is that?
Yeah, because we look back on these historical events and you forget that there are human beings involved in that. And my son Ty was here tonight, and he did this period of history at school and was very sort of animated by it. And he's been very moved tonight by the idea of just being within that moment of time, within that moment of history, and how you can't judge. You have to sort of being within. You have to sort of challenge yourself about if I was in that moment, would I be able to know that these incremental steps that we're taking are leading us somewhere dangerous? That's what's brilliant about the play, because it was written in the late 70s, early 80s, long after this was a historical fact. And yet, I think what C.P. Taylor does brilliantly in this, which makes it a timeless piece, is that he puts us all in the shoes of John Halder and makes us wonder if we would be bold enough, clever enough, objective enough to understand what's happening in the world around us.
I mean, as you'll see if you come and see the show, it's a complicated concept, which I think pays off in the end. But yeah, we're playing multiple roles. I think originally this was written for about 20 or so people. Sharon plays about 20 or so people.
I don't. I play some, but I get to play all the girls and a couple of men, which is great. But that's a great joy and great fun, and it's not without a really dark sense of humour in there as well. There's quite a few laughs, isn't there? There's some light moments in the face of such adversity, I think.
Yes, it's a laugh a minute. It's a laugh an hour.
I think it's timely today because we're living in a world at the moment where there are quotes that you can take from that time in 1933 to 44 that you could apply to a lot of the political situations today. Their MO, their tactics, how they get crowds to obey, deceive, take in lies. The 3-word slogans, we all recognise that. And it's about keeping a nation controllable, and I think that we need to wake up. And we all think that we're living a good life. Think we might be, but in fact we need to look and wake up and take some responsibility.
I think what this play does, if you're in the audience, and clearly if you're in it or if you're working on it, is it makes you cast yourself in that moment. It makes you focus on whether you would be the person to understand what was going on, to stand up and say thus far and no further, or would you, like we all do every day, we take sort of micro decisions that we kind of think this is this might be an inconvenient truth, to quote a phrase, but it's easier for my life to just carry on without it. I think that's the extraordinary truth that C.P. Taylor uncovered, that human beings, we sort of find it easier not to rock the boat. And knowing the moment that this boat needs rocking, it's quite hard to judge. And the danger is the moment might pass and you might look back and it might be too late.
We're not giving away the end.
Okay.
Everything else.
Thank you. Everything else is up for grabs.
I'm talking absolute. This is genuine. This is actual genuine nonsense.
No, it's
We've
not.
actually gone down.
Well, I get it.
I'm going to answer this again.
How good are you? How good are you?
You're really good.